International security is an evocative and often highly charged subject. In popular perception, it is a world of high politics, of international summits, and not least, of war and conflict. International security readily conjures up images of nuclear weapons and other military arsenals, of soldiers and blue-helmeted United Nations UN peacekeepers, and of geopolitical struggles as states compete in a zero-sum game for power and influence, and ultimately, for national survival. International security is also often seen as out there, as what happens beyond safe national borders, and a matter of primary concern to statesmen, diplomats, and generals, a world of secrecy and high-stakes poker. Indeed, statesmen and military elites often see themselves as tasked with the responsibility of identifying threats to the nation and providing means of protection and response, and as such, international security is also often the arena where politicians see the chance to gain reputations for great statesmanship, thereby securing their place in the national canon. This, however, is not the whole story, and other images can tell a different tale. Media pictures of refugee camps, child soldiers, migrants drowned at sea, Somali pirates, national liberation struggles, retreating ice caps, and burning oil wells indicate a less glorious and more complicated realm. And while, from a Western perspective, such images may still locate international security abroad beyond safe national borders, other images can tell a different story again. Look hard enough, and our everyday lives are increasingly intertwined with worlds of international security, from the proliferation of surveillance systems and border controls designed to identify potential threats and suspicious behavior, to the political, economic, and social consequences of the purchases we make in an age of globalized production networks. Understood this way, international security affects us all, both directly and indirectly, and is therefore too important just to leave to statesmen and generals. These various images provide a brief illustration of the complexity and breadth of contemporary debates about international security. Whereas during the Cold War, the international security agenda was dominated by concerns about the East-West conflict, the balance of power, nuclear proliferation, and military strategy, today a host of other issues have also found their way onto the agenda. Traditional concerns have obviously not gone away, and can be seen in recurrent speculation about the implications of the rise of China on world order, in the rhetoric of a new Cold War in respect of a revanchist and emboldened Russia, in debates over whether future security concerns will be dominated by a clash of civilizations, and in concerns over nuclear proliferation to rogue states. Today, though, such issues are also often connected with concerns over the rights and wrongs of humanitarian intervention, the spread of infectious diseases, food supplies, migration patterns, transnational organized crime, terrorism, environmental change, and poverty. For some people, the expansion of international security agendas is an unwanted distraction from what should be the core concerns of war, peace, and state security. In contrast, this book argues that expanding understandings of the nature of international security acknowledges the complex dynamics and multiple factors that frequently underlie narrower concerns with war and peace. Moreover, expansion has also been accompanied by more radical implications. The increasing emphasis on humanitarian and ecological concerns that seek to locate the lived experience of people at the heart of debates about security has, for example, challenged the priority traditionally accorded to states. Put differently, in a globalizing and increasingly interconnected world, people are becoming increasingly aware of how security dynamics in different parts of the world, and even in their local neighborhoods, are often intimately connected. The traditional domestic-international divide when talking about security is therefore increasingly breaking down.